The street stock division was largely dominated by two drivers in 2021, the champion Frank Litwell Jr. and Chris Meyer, who combined to win 10 of the season's 19 races. But both drivers decided to try new adventures in 2022. Litwell moved on to the SK Light Modifieds, while Meyer went to the late models, opening up the title picture for the new year. Chief among the championship favorites was Travis Hydar, after claiming a career-high 4 wins in 2021, including the season finale. But there was a host of other drivers that put their name in the hat as ones to watch, with a few new names joining the procession. The 2022 season was wide open for one of the true grassroots divisions in short track racing. Travis Hydar entered his 6th season of competition at Stafford, all in the street stocks. For a while, Hydar could only muster 1 win per season, until he broke out last year with 4, carrying a lot of momentum into the new season, while sporting a new paint scheme as well. The new paint job honored his crew chief Ernie LaRose, a throwback to the car that won a championship 20 years ago. Hydar started the season opener in 2nd spot, with Nicholas Hovey leading the way. After a brief caution, Hydar got the jump on the restart, but Hovey would fight back, except his fight was slowed by a Kyle Johnson crash. The 11 car would hold the top spot in spite of a few more yellows, including a collision between Cameron Verrecchio and David Mesha Jr. Hovey was fast, but was stuck on the outside, and with 6 laps to go, disaster struck.
Hovey now is in trouble down the back straightaway. Contact is made.
Samantha Dell nowhere to go, back straightaway, got into Hovey off of turn number 2, and also looks like Finkbein involved in the incident, car 46.
All drivers were dismayed, but okay. One who wasn't dismayed was Hydar, as the Woodbury native led the rest of the way, starting 2022 just like how he ended 21, in victory lane. At the end of last season, a new name appeared as a formidable street stock competitor. Bobby Sturck III and his 9 team had struggled early in their street stock tenure, but the A6A Associates machine began to wake up in the second half of 2021, competing for top 5s and even a win. Sturck started 22 with a runner-up finish, but he knew that the first win was within his grasp. Mother Nature would give teams an extra week off, and in race 2, Marvin Minkler would pace the field until Hovey took charge on the 5th lap. Hovey looked strong after his opening day wreck, but with 7 laps to go, his run out front was cut short by a cut tire, giving Hovey a disheartening 2 DNFs to open up the year. Travis Hydar would inherit the lead, but on the ensuing restart, he would cut a tire, putting the 11 in the pits and putting Sturck in the lead. The Naugatuck native would begin to pull away, and in his 45th career start, Bobby Sturck III became a Stafford Speedway winner.
It means the world. I've been here for 3 years, and we've struggled. The first 2 years we had rough years, and it's nice to finally get the monkey off our back.
The 3rd race of the season would prove to be one of the most memorable features all year across all divisions. A duel between 2 drivers looking for their first career win. 3rd-year driver Jason Finkbein, 2021 Rookie of the Year Travis Downey. Each driver was expecting better performances in 2022, including a chance at victory. And on this night, both drivers put on a racing clinic, capped off with the closest finish of the year.
Final time into turn 3 for the top spot as they work their magic off turn number 4. They are closer than most people park, but back to the line. At the line, in one of the closest finishes ever, it is Jason Finkbein, car number 46.
By 5,000ths of a second.
I worked so hard for this. I don't even know what to say right now. I just gotta thank my crew. They get me here every week, and I just gotta drive my ass off.
We now reach into June. The warm-up in weather signals a change of season. But what wouldn't change is poor Nick Hovey's luck. After taking the lead on the initial start, Hovey's car would lose all forward drive before the first lap was completed. A mechanical calamity would result in Hovey's third DNF out of 4 races. Bobby Sturck III's luck had soured after his maiden win. He was swept up in an early accident along with Travis Downey, the second straight race that Sturck would not finish. Taking command at the front of the field was Ryan Waterman. A familiar name in Connecticut street stock racing, Waterman had only made 3 starts at Stafford prior to this year. In the season's 4th race, though, Waterman was leading, but faced pressure from behind with Adrian Paradis III and Travis Hydar in hot pursuit.
Joe, we might have a brand new leader.
And they are knocking door panels into turns 1 and 2. Waterman goes up the racetrack, and we do. Paradis to the lead in the number 19. They are wheel to wheel in turn 3 for the top spot.
This is the 3rd different lead change in this event, and off the turn, it is car number 11. Our brand new leader, making it look so simple. It is Travis Hydar. It must be the night of the 11 because he started in the 11th position. Now all of a sudden, guess what? Not to be left behind, here comes the 19 of Adrian Paradis. Joe, he came from 8, and he is back in command.
What a battle we're seeing among the top 3. They come to the line. There'll be 4 to go, nearly 3 wide on the front straightaway for the lead. Here's Waterman to the bottom, Paradis in the middle. Now Hydar sticks his nose to the inside lane for second. Here he comes down the back straightaway to the door of Waterman in a battle for the lead.
While he tries to make the move to the bottom, Adrian Paradis makes the move on him. Adrian Paradis III goes from 3rd off the turn, up wide. Waterman made contact, and Paradis, the Smedley number 19, hits the wall hard.
I just know I was running them guys clean. Don't really know who just drove through me there coming out of 4, but it's unfortunate. We finally got this car fast, and now it's wrecked.
Actually, I don't know what happened. I just saw those 2 go up in turn 4, and I saw the opportunity to go underneath them, and I don't know who caught my right rear, but it just turned me right into the wall. Nothing I could do.
Paradis would wind up utilizing the backup car for the rest of the season. Hydar would come out of the madness unscathed and would claim win number 2 of 2022. Race number 5 started with a 3-wide move by Kyle Johnson, and while the move worked out for the driver of the 88, a couple other competitors were not so fortunate.
And we got a car around. 69 goes spinning. The 31 of Ryan Waterman is involved.
2-time champion Johnny Walker would grab the lead on the restart and hold it until the next caution, which unfortunately involved Nick Hovey. Bobby Sturck III was ready to turn his fortunes after a rough couple races. He would roll the top past the wicker and check out, but a late yellow would prompt a green-white checker finish, and soon to follow, absolute chaos.
But there's no surrendering at the battle at the point or for the 3rd position. Muscling his way up to the 3rd spot, Jason Finkbein. Final circuit. They are literally sliding and slamming off each other in the front pack of cars as they work their magic. Double checkers are in the air.
All the madness was behind Sturck, who rolled into victory lane for the 2nd time. After 5 races, 3rd-year driver Nick Hovey could not find that elusive 4-leaf clover. Every feature saw the 16 have either a mechanical problem, a flat tire, or an accident. With the summer solstice nearing, the Busy Bees Learning Center machine won its heat race, giving the Chaplin native a chance to start race 6 in the front. By the end of the 4th lap, Hovey found himself in front after starting 3rd, in a race that went green the checker. But with how the first month and a half had gone, the question was, what could go wrong now that would cause another heartbreaker for the 16? Speaking of heartbreakers, Burt Willett, who was the point leader, had his race come to an end after problems with the rear end. As far as what bad could happen to Hovey, the answer, nothing. Hovey dominated en route to his 3rd career victory at Stafford. But one driver who wasn't as fortunate was Adrian Paradis III, whose car didn't make the green flag. Paradis had a mechanical problem after his heat race and couldn't get the issue fixed in time for the feature, missing the race in its entirety. With the 4th of July approaching, it was time for the Street Stock's biggest event of the year, the Mid-State Site Development Street Stock Firecracker 30. Fireworks on the track, during the races, and afterwards. After missing last week's feature, Adrian Paradis III started on the pin and led the first third of the race, until Johnny Walker made a nifty 3-wide move on a restart to take control, while Bobby Sturck III almost lost control and Marvin Minkler lost control of his door panel, ending his race. Just past halfway, Travis Haidar, who had been snake-bit in these extra distance races, took over the lead. He would face a couple late restarts after Jason Finkbein and Ryan Waterman's incident in Turn 2. But nobody had anything for the Haidar Construction 11, giving Travis 3 wins, 5 podiums, 6 top 5s, and a 32-point lead after 7 races. Last season's Rookie of the Year, Travis Downey, had scored 5 top 10s in the first 7 races, and came within 5 thousandths of a second of getting his first win. As much as Downey enjoyed that photo finish and the clean racing, he's still looking for that breakthrough victory. Chris Danielchuk and Marvin Minkler would pace the field until the 9th lap, when Downey got underneath Minkler to take hold of the top spot. The only caution of the race flew when Joe Merrick went for a spin right in front of Pat Grady, who had nowhere to go. Tyler Trott and point leader Travis Haidar would lock fenders with 3 laps to go, but both drivers would continue on. Downey had Burt Willett filling up his rearview mirror, but the 42 would persevere. And with Michael Waltrip in victory lane, Travis Downey became the 3rd first-time winner in the Street Stocks this season.
Bert's an awesome guy to race with. Super happy to be here. Super happy to have Michael up here. Megan here with me. This is her old car right here. Thank you very much. Thanks, Stafford.
After missing a feature back in June, Adrian Paradis III returned with some momentum, scoring a 2nd and a 5th in his last 2 races. The Plainville native scored his first Stafford win just over a year ago, and was set on duplicating that special night. Paradis began the 9th race of the year in 6th. The racing was hot and heavy in the first few laps, but by lap 9, Paradis found himself out in front. The 19 car's only challenge came from Nick Hovey. The 16 could get close to Paradis' back bumper, but he didn't have enough to get by. Paradis was victorious, claiming win number 2 of his street stock career at Stafford. The season had reached its halfway point. Travis Haidar held a healthy 40-point advantage over Burt Willett. The 11 team was on a streak of 7 straight top 5 finishes. That streak would be extended on this night. Haidar would start the feature back in 10, but trouble would ignite in front of him when the leaders got together, sparking a wreck that took out Travis Downey. Haidar's title foe Burt Willett would grab the lead on lap 4, but the 11 was methodically on the move, making it up to 2nd, and he had a chance to get Willett after a caution came out for Rob Sears. A lap after the restart, Haidar made his move.
Haidar stepping out of line up the back straightaway to the inside of Burt Willett, the race leader. It could be Haidar, though, this time off of turn number 4. It will be as the 11 goes to the front.
It took only 10 races for Haidar to match his 4-win season last year, but everyone's luck inevitably has to run out. Race number 11 commenced with Tyler Trott taking the lead on the outside. His time in front lasted 5 laps before Bobby Sturck III took his turn out in front. The race would go caution-free, with Sturck breaking free from the rest of the pack, earning a decisive 3rd victory in the Street Stocks this year. Burt Willett joined the Street Stock division at Stafford in 2021. The Jet Motorsports 51 showed a lot of promise after scoring several top 5s and eventually capturing that first victory late in the year. Willett and the team were dead set on fighting for the 2022 championship. And while they sat 2nd in points, Car 51 was still looking for win number 1 this year. Bobby Sturck III's up and down year continued. After a mechanical problem prior to the heat race, Sturck had more issues, forcing him to park the car before the green flag. Ouellette would start the feature in third. After an early yellow, he restarted second and made quick work of Marvin Minkler on the top to take the lead. Travis Haidar suffered overheating problems the previous week despite a fourth-place finish. The 11 team decided to put a backup motor in as a precautionary measure for this race. But on the 13th lap, Haidar's engine and point lead took a big blow.
Haidar blows up. Fire from Travis Haidar's number 11 car, the current point leader, off of turn number 4. The car has stopped.
Haidar would finish 16th, giving Ouellette his best opportunity to cut into the 11th advantage. Despite some frantic action on the restart, Ouellette was gone, ending the day in victory lane with his first win of 2022.
I was riding it up. It's time to be the guy.
The points had closed up. The gap between Haidar and Ouellette was down to 18 points. The first feature of August started with fireworks on the 6th lap when the two title contenders found each other in turn 1.
Gonna single it out, accept the battle for third, gets together in turn number 2. Burt Ouellette to the outside wall. Travis Haidar contact with the right front corner of his car.
Ouellette would continue despite the damage, as Haidar was penalized and sent to the rear due to the contact. Both drivers would work their way back towards the front, as Travis Downey worked his way around Jason Finkbein on the outside to take the lead just shy of halfway. Haidar and Ouellette were fighting to reach the top 5, as Downey held off Finkbein for his second win of the year, but the win would soon be overshadowed.
Travis Downey takes his second career win.
Oh, trouble on turn number 4.
One car upside down in a big way, coming to the checkered flag for David Mesha.
David Mesha Sr. was okay. The car, nothing but mangled metal and steel. Burt Ouellette would not finish the race, losing a lot of the points he gained on Haidar the previous week. The 11 car finished 5th, opening his point lead back to 38. Race 14 got off to a disjointed start that unfortunately took Bill Cody out of the race before he even crossed the line. Marvin Minkler led the first half of the feature, with Jason Finkbein closing in until the 46 got a tap from behind by Tyler Trott. Bobby Sturck III would swoop around Minkler to take the lead. Travis Haidar would move up to 3rd, while Burt Ouellette went for a track through the grass after contact with Jason Lafayette. Sturck would match Haidar's season win total with his 4th victory of the year, including 2 wins in the last 4 races, sparking one of Sturck's most consistent stretches of 2022. 5 races remained on the year, and point leader Travis Haidar wasted no time getting to the front, going 3rd to 1st in a lap and a half. An incident involving Nick Hubby and Tyler Trott gave Travis Downey a chance on the outside of Haidar on the restart. Downey edged the 11 car at the line before Jaden Leitch overcorrected his 66 car and went head-on to the guardrail. Leitch would climb out of the car okay. Downey would hold off Haidar in the final laps and claim another win, 3 wins on the year, including victories in 2 of the last 3 races. A rainout gave teams an extra week to recharge and prepare for the final month of the season. When the street stocks were back on track, Adrian Paradis III wasted no time going from 3rd to 1st. But Paradis had Haidar filling his rearview mirror when John Johnson went around right in front of the 19's windshield. After the restart, it was Paradis versus another Travis Downey, who was looking for 3 wins in the last 4 races. But the 42 would fall 1 spot short as Paradis would earn his 2nd win of the year, a validating victory for the CSB Communications 19. Bill Cody grabbed the lead early in the Street Stock's 17th race, but his run out front would not last long after things got too close with a lapped car on lap 4.
To the inside of the racetrack in turn number 3, right in front of the leaders, and the leaders will spin in turn number 3, including Haidar. The point leader gets slammed by Downey.
Travis Haidar would bounce back for a top 5 finish. Travis Downey wouldn't be so lucky. Bobby Sturck III's bump and crossover move on Adrian Paredes III gave the 9 car the lead, and he never looked back. The winningest street stock driver in 2022 became Bobby Sturck III, but that accolade would only last 1 week. Travis Hydar entered the season's penultimate race with a chance to clinch his first track title, so the driver of the 11 decided to take matters into his own hands in hopes of sealing the deal. Hydar started race 18 in the 8th spot. 2 incidents in the first 5 laps involved multiple contenders, including Travis Downey, Adrian Paredes III, and Bobby Sturck III. Hydar would take the lead before lap 5 was completed, driving around Tyler Trott on the outside. Despite some pressure from Burt Willett, Hydar took home the victory, his career-high 5th checkered flag of the year, and more importantly, the Street Stock Championship was his.
Yeah, the car's been really good all year. We've had some ups and downs, but we got over them and stayed looking at the bigger picture. Race for wins every race this year. Just try not to look at the points as much as possible because it gets in your head. I don't want to get myself in my own head. So I just kept that mindset all year.
The 11 team could celebrate their biggest accomplishment yet, but with the championship locked up, there was still one more race remaining. For Napa Championship night, it was all about ending the season with bragging rights in Victory Lane. Champion Travis Hydar and Bobby Sturck III each had 5 wins. Both were looking to take sole ownership as the winningest driver in the division this year. Sturck started the finale in 7th, Hydar in 10th. Sturck would make his way to the lead on the 6th lap. Hydar found himself bounded in some traffic. Sturck outlasted challenge after challenge following multiple cautions and restarts, but just when he was closing in on the white flag, he had to get ready for a green-white checker. Adrian Paredes III would get the jump on Sturck, as the Street Stocks would close out 2022 in dramatic fashion.
1 lap to go at the line. Sturck looking to the inside of 19. Paredes tries to shut the door. The two get together in turn 1 as Tyler Trott gets sideways behind him.
Jason Lafayette goes around. The 71 of Minkler becomes involved. Up the back straightaway. Race for the lead is side by side into turn number 3. Sturck to the inside. Paredes to the outside. Checkered flag waving from the starter stand, and Bobby Sturck picks up his 6th win of the season.
Bobby Sturck's goal was accomplished with a remarkable 6 victories in 2022, capping off a breakout campaign for the Naugatuck native. In the big picture, Travis Hydar would win the championship by a substantial 60 points over Burt Willett, claiming 9 wins in the last 2 years. Hydar's 17 top 5s and 17 top 10s led the division. Burt Willett's 2nd place finish was aided by his win, 12 top 5s, and 17 top 10s, improving his points position by 4 places over last year. Incredibly, Adrian Paredes III wound up 3rd in points despite missing a race. The 19 ended the year with an impressive streak of 13 consecutive top 5 finishes after missing a feature back in June. Both Bobby Sturck III and Travis Downey scored multiple wins, but multiple DNFs hampered both teams, leading to finishes of 4th and 5th in points, respectively. But to say that both drivers stepped it up in 2022 is an understatement. Sturck, Downey, and Jason Finkbein were the Street Stock Division's first-time winners this year. David Mesha Jr. earned the Rad Auto Machine Rookie of the Year award. Mesha Jr. was able to earn his first career top 10 finish en route to the award. With the book of 22 now closed, teams are ready to get to work through the long off season in preparation for 2023. Travis Hydar is ready to repeat as champion and is undoubtedly the favorite after a stout 2021 and 22. But with the rise of drivers like Travis Downey and Burt Willett, the Street Stocks are ready to put on another show in 2023.